morning, everyone. Hello. Kay and James are here. Welcome to my Tuesday stream, but still, let's think of our friends in the future who are watching this later. So welcome to you guys too. Kay, and Kay said, insomnia has been my partner the past few months. So here we are. Yeah, you have been here, I think, almost every time I've been streaming. So yeah, I was wondering, probably a stupid question. How are you feeling during the day? Tired, or is your body used to it? I'm guessing you must feel tired. I didn't sleep very well this night, so I feel a little tired. And I didn't get up or I didn't stay up. So, James, good morning. You're the expert on being up all night or having to stay up all night. So, but still, I'm always glad that you guys are here. So we can also look on the bright side. To be honest, I've been like this the past 5 years since the pandemic. Okay, that's a long time. So I've just made the best of it. I tend to write better in the middle of the night anyway. Okay, yeah, that's good. At least something. Yeah, it's strange how sometimes things work out. So yeah, like I said, I'm still glad that you guys are here, although forcefully somehow. Oh, and Mark is here. Mark is up. Hi, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, and you were here at the beginning, right from the beginning yesterday too. Yeah, it's strange how stress works, yeah. And how the body, yeah, it is. And yeah, I also feel like, actually, it's funny what card we got today. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. I feel like so often we push, to adhere to standards, like work. We have to be at a certain time, maybe at work, or I don't know. Everyone's life is a little different, but so often we are kind of forced to do things contrary to what actually our bodies need, so that's why it kind of can mess up everything. Really, also even in the long term. For you, 5 years, that's yeah. And you said before that you worked with companies in Europe, if I remember correctly, so you had to kind of stay up late. I don't know how exactly it worked, but yeah, stuff like that our world is like that, that we are so connected, interconnected. It has positive and negative sides, that sometimes people have to do things contrary to their usual rhythm. Maybe I'm just thinking of, I did some coaching with people from the US for some time. So we always met in the late afternoon, like I think it was always like 5 p.m. stuff. And this was difficult for me because I was always anticipating it, during the whole day. And it was, I struggled a bit with that. And then afterwards, that was also another problem for me when I did this. Afterwards, I was so high energy because it just sparked energies. My brain couldn't calm down as easily, so I struggled then with falling asleep later, because everything went through my head again, what we talked about, what I said, and all the stuff. So yeah, I can totally see how easily, especially for me, how easy it is that things get messed up just because I did coaching sessions in the afternoon instead of like now I'm working in the morning, and most people are doing their things from 9 to 5. I know all of this. And burnout is really, that's also important. That's why I think the card is actually really, really good. Take time out. I'm thinking of also after NaNoWriMo, a lot of people might be really exhausted with writing, they gave all their energy and pushed, and maybe it's okay to say, okay, Christmas season, do I have to do as much writing or not? Can I get a little break? Just really, I think the card is encouraging us, listen to your body, but also to your minds. Maybe burnout is also, it's more about your mental capacities, maybe also how things can be really stressful. So be good to yourself. That's probably it, to really listen in what you need right now and maybe allow yourself to take time out. I'm not just talking to Kay, I'm talking in general, like also to myself. I think, we put a lot of things on our plates, and on top we have maybe our writing projects, and we want to move forward with them and can put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And then there are all these other things. And so you really want to enjoy your creative projects. That's maybe something when you feel like it's more pressure than joy. Really think about it. If you can need a little break. And Mark is very glad to be here. I love that. And Jessie is here too. Hello, hello. And yes, Kay used to work nights for a while there. I'm thinking, for instance, with James, just a little thought experiment. Just think of what would happen to you, James, if you, for some reason, stopped doing night shifts. I think after all those years, like 24, 25 years of night shifts, I'm not sure you could go back. Or what do you think? Could you go back to a normal human rhythm cycle, like being up during the day, sleeping? Or do you think it would take a while? I don't know. That would be interesting, actually. I mean, otherwise, our bodies seem to be quite good with adapting to new situations. I don't know. So, yeah. But, yeah, if you feel somehow on the brink, maybe with, should I take a break? But I want to push. I don't know. Maybe this card is telling you, maybe try the break, do something good for yourself. You can after a while. It's just hard to do. I was medical at night for a very long time when I was younger, though I bounced back a lot faster and easier. Yeah, there was another thought I had. For instance, kids, I feel like, are better with bouncing back and forth. It's okay when they stay up a little later, like when there's vacation time, we are quite we don't force the kids to go to sleep early or something. And from my experience, it's no problem for them to get back to school rhythm. Yes, maybe the first day, of course, but probably the younger you are, the easier it is. I'm just laughing also about myself because, like I said, I'm a bit tired today, and just for me, it's very important to get sleep. I would really struggle, probably. Okay, James, I could back on day schedule. I'm on, yes, of course. I'm on one on weekends. It's people and workplace politics that would drive me nuts. Oh, yeah. So you actually enjoy doing the night shifts in this regard. And Kay says, amen, James. That's the best part about night shift. So I will think about that when my kids have moved out and I can maybe more freely structure my day. I don't know. I will set up the first sprint, and maybe I will try this lifestyle, but what happens to the streams then? Oh. But that's like in 10 years. It's a question I can leave for in 10 years or something like that. So let's do a magic stop. First, I have to share. And then no, you can't leave. No, I won't leave. Don't worry. So oh, I have to share. Yeah, here we go. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired, so bear with me. I first have to drink coffee. Elizabeth is here. Hello, hello. Another one of you guys that's up in the night. Oh no, I have a sinus infection now. Oh. And I slept several hours after I got home from work yesterday, so I'm awake now. Oh no, I hope you get better soon. This must be painful, isn't it? Sinus, is it more here and ears and everything? And yeah, and like I said, Jessie, don't worry. I will stay here. I enjoy streaming too much. After kids leave, Anya's awake 3 hours every early afternoon, runs a stream where she writes before going back to bed. Yeah, that's my plan. Most of the day will be just sleeping. So, yeah, let's sprint. Enjoy a 20-minute sprint. Here we go. Okie dokie, my friends. That was our warm-up sprint, the first sprint. And how did everybody do? I started a new journal because the other one is full. Let's also look at the chat. Oh yeah, Elizabeth shared how sick she actually is, and that it's very painful. My ears hurt, I have a headache, my sinus hurt, my teeth hurt, my nose hurts, my chest hurts, and I have a cough. Yeah. Everyone's hoping that you feel better soon. Yeah, and this virus has been going around, and I probably either caught it from my mother or one of my co-workers. Yeah, definitely there's stuff going around right now everywhere, at least in the northern hemisphere, I would guess, because of this time of the year, and people are suffering. Mark, I actually loved Mark's comment. Hibernation is a major part of my life, so I will take this card as a validation for my current course of accepting and appreciating how I live instead of fighting myself to fix me. Yeah, sometimes it's really, but I also always struggle with this balance, of pushing a little to, just do stuff. And this, why not? Why does everything has to be a fight, Or when it's like that, when you're constantly just fighting, forcing, is it the right path, so to speak, And I often think about that in regards to those long-term projects, because I try to practice that I keep my mind in the actual moment right now, That's what a lot of people say is healthy. I'm thinking of especially spiritual people or Buddhism, or they always kind of, at least it's how I understand it, tell you to, okay, the only moment that really exists is right now, this moment, next moment, and the other things like past and future, everything is just in our head. So and I think in my experience, it feels very calming if you just really try to do that. Practice this, staying in the present moment, not overthink anything with your head. Just do what is happening right now and deal with that. What is happening right now in this moment? That takes a lot of anxiety away and a lot of pressure. But then I think, would I be able to finish a novel? Maybe this is actually good. Maybe because I'm thinking, but you have to plan somehow and have a routine. If you just live in the moment and not in the future, you just do what comes to you in this moment. Would you then be able to continuously work on a book? But I mean, I'm thinking of, for instance, Eckhart Tolle talked about this once with his first book. I don't know the title, I think Now, or Living in the Now. It's just about this topic. And he said once that, he wrote the first part of the book, like in a flow, then stopped for 2 years because he is practicing this. He didn't probably feel it. I don't know. I would have to look it up again and find it. But I remember him saying that he stopped because there wasn't coming anything else, and it wasn't finished. And then after, like I said, something like 2 years, it was a longer period, he continued and finished it. He didn't force anything or plan anything. He just did what happened to him or came to him in that moment. And I so often think, this is actually so much, it's healthier, like, because you don't put any pressure on yourself, probably. I'm just guessing. I mean, I'm not enlightened in any way that I can live without anticipating the future. I don't know, but yeah, it feels very calming, and when you only focus on the moment. And this is so contradictory to the way our society is. That's why I struggle to comprehend or struggle to imagine, would it be possible? Would I maybe even be faster? Or would my novels be maybe better, my stories, if I just let things come? Or would I not be able to write anything that has 100,000 words, or 70,000, because it needs continuance or continuously working on? It's a very fascinating topic, and yeah, I don't know what your opinions are on that. Elizabeth said to Mark, I like that, Mark. We shouldn't fight to fix who we are. I am who I am, and who I am is enough. Yes, I can either be me and do better than anyone else at being me, or do worse at being someone else. Yes, we are constantly, when we are fighting ourselves, obviously we are fighting something very, we're trying to be different. Yeah, it's true. And I'm struggling with that as well. So, okay. Went down a rabbit hole of finding an extra large magnetic monthly calendar to plan out Q1. Awesome. Yeah, we talked about planning yesterday already, and it's so much. Yeah, that's the cool thing about December. I think or the anticipation of the new year, looking forward to stuff. Oh yeah, and Mark said, well put to what Elizabeth said. Elizabeth, I'm happy to be a NaNoWriMo winner. Awesome. Congratulations. And I'm in the process of buying Scrivener. Yes. And I'm going to spend time trying it out. Yeah, that's fun too. I also have Scrivener. I don't use it anymore, honestly. But I also enjoy discovering new programs, and new stuff, especially in regards to writing. I'm also going to buy more winner stuff too. Yeah. So do you get a discount? I think, is it still like that? I think with NaNoWriMo, you can get a discount for Scrivener, isn't it like that? So yeah, that's cool. And I'm also going to buy more winner stuff too. Yes, celebrate the win. I spent a lot of time fighting myself, and it has caused me a lot of stress. Yeah, that's the point. I am also thinking about this a lot. How can we take stress out of our lives? It doesn't have to be that stressful, does it? I mean, or it's stressful enough as it is without ourselves putting more stress into it mentally, like with our minds. James, we get out of balance. We need to remember past and plan for future, but it's easy to lose present in the process. Yes, for warriors like us, we need to focus on present more. The spiritual types aren't speaking to the irresponsible who live in ignorance of past and future. It's still confusing for me. It is definitely. Yeah, but for instance, when I told you guys about trying to stay abstinent from YouTube and how everything calms down and the whole experience of time slows down for me on those days, and I also, that's why I think it's a really good or fascinating. I also remember more things because I'm not distracted. I can stay more in the moment, and then things come to me like, oh, I could, I don't know, organize this and that, or do this and that, and so also creative ideas come when you have some more time and space. Just wondering about the long-term things, but maybe you just think in the moment, okay, I could work on chapter 2. And then over time, you stay totally relaxed, you work on chapter 2 in the afternoon one day, on chapter 3 in the morning the other day, That's how I imagine it. And then at some point you feel the spark and want to bring it all together, because you just have the time and space, and you spend 4 hours bringing chapter 3 to 10 together, and then you have the beginning of the novel. I don't know. That's how I imagine it when you do it really in the moment. Elizabeth, having disabilities can make it harder to accept yourself since society, yes, isn't set up to accommodate your way of being. Oh, yeah, that's another big, big point. It's like society expects us to be perfect machines. Yeah, lots of people can't understand what having disabilities is like. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can't change the past, but we can control some of the future and the present. Yeah. And what we do now, of course, change or not changes, but leads to the future. Pre-Christian Germans, okay, believed that we could only fully own the past. That past is what gives present and future their meaning. Yes, and this can be good and bad, I think, because that we talked about this also before, that the older we get, the more baggage we probably have, or beliefs, false beliefs, or it's strengthened beliefs. Sometimes it might negatively influence us being or having a long past in comparison maybe to children who are way more flexible, open, in awe with everything that happens, not as judgmental. Maybe that's the right word. We kind of judge everything in a certain way because we have life experience, and that kind of influences how we see everything. And that's so true. The past plays such a big role, even subconsciously, everything. And so that's why it's just really interesting. Oh, yes, we should take some lessons from kids, definitely. I'm always looking at my children and trying to, just, staying mentally flexible. Maybe that's it. Or open to things. For instance, the kids show me. They have totally different viewpoints on stuff sometimes than I have, and doesn't mean that I'm just because I'm older and have more life experience that I'm right on things. They just have different perspectives, and okay, set up sprint number 2. Some fairy lights, the magic. For us, we need magic and sparks, so enjoy sprint number. But first, let me look at James' comment. I'm much happier and better balanced as an adult. It also gave me healing and insight. Oh, yeah, also good point. Yeah, very good point. I also feel more, how do you say, maybe confident, but feel better about myself. Like I know better who I am, what I need. I don't know. Okay, but enjoy sprint number 2. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 2. Made myself cup number 2 of coffee cup. And Christian joined us. Hello. Good morning. Good morning zusammen. Hi. Good morning, everyone. And Mark said about the talk we had before that about living in the now and writing, maybe, or just the topic of living, trying to live in the present moment, to stay in the present moment. I don't even know where to start having so many thoughts on this topic. Does my happy clown, me, we love your happy clown, you, now does step into proclaim, all is set, onwards to breakfast ahead. Yeah, I hope you had you started your breakfast, Mark. And Elizabeth also was very successful. I bought Scrivener and the NaNoWriMo winner plaque, and now I'm brainstorming. I need to figure something out. This teenager sneaks out of the house to see her boyfriend and leaves her sister to do the dishes. Okay. Of course, the younger sister is upset with her sister and has an argument with her. The teenager was told to put the dishes away and left her younger sister to do it. Yeah. This teenager's boyfriend's parents don't approve of their son dating before he's 18. He is 16 and in love with this 15-year-old girl. Oh. Already lots of drama in just some sentences. Oh, very interesting. Everyone loves drama. Got lost down a rabbit hole of research on steampunk in Victorian England. Oh, that's also a fascinating one. There's a lot of stuff out there, I think. I wish Loretta was here. I'm pretty sure this would be one of her favorite topics to talk about. I know she has a love for Victorian stuff, I would say. But I cannot say that much about it. But yeah, the rabbit hole probably gives you lots of answers. Let me see, or look for the next timer we could use, a 14-minute sprint. Ooh, I love this timer is looking at me. It's the gold timer, and it's a little bit cold here in this corner of my room, and it started to snow outside. I want some warmth, and maybe the gold timer will give me that. James giving some thoughts on Elizabeth, what Elizabeth shared. The younger sister could swat the boyfriend, call police, say she heard a woman screaming from his house. Oh my God. So you're thinking about how the younger sister could pay back, give a payback. Oh my God. But Elizabeth shares a little bit more. This 16-year-old also has an online business and isn't doing well in school, but at least he has an athletic girlfriend and a successful online business. I mean, a successful online business is cool. Of course, this might be, and the girlfriend might be very distracting for school stuff. So the 16-year-old might probably not be very interested in school anymore when he already has a successful online business. I mean, makes a lot of sense. That's awesome. I love that period of time to use for world building. Oh yeah. I sometimes use some ambience, stuff like that, just to get into a writing mood, for instance. Yeah, it definitely has some it's just fascinating, definitely, that period of time. Now boyfriend has to explain police and it ruins the relationship. James goes all in with his idea. Oops. Oh my God. Yeah. And the parents will be not delighted, would be not delighted to, boyfriend would get in big trouble. But it's not the boyfriend's fault, is it? For what the teenage daughter did, very interesting. Yeah. But so far you seem to have, Elizabeth, really good ideas for your story. Like I said, lots of drama and struggles or conflict for different characters. That makes sense, So yeah. Mark, breakfast still in progress. I'm determined to see it through. Yeah, you have another sprint coming up, a 40-minute sprint. I think that's a perfect time for elaborate breakfast. Can you say it like that? Hi, Doll Factory. Wondering what accent you have. It's nice. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm German. That's probably what you're hearing when I'm speaking English. Elizabeth, the younger sister is in elementary school and has ADHD and anxiety. So she thinks about calling the police. Oh, see, police is actually getting involved. Oh, yeah, and youngest is in elementary school, so still quite young. But her anxiety about doing so and the punishment of the wrath of her sister is real. Yeah, so there's the inner conflict. Should she do it or should she not? Younger sister is 15. Fair isn't in her vocabulary. But that's true. That age might overreact. But I thought the older sister is the 15-year-old, the irresponsible older sister. Yeah. So yeah, and the younger one is the one who's fearing the punishment and wrath of her sister. Poor little sister. The younger sister remembers she can call. Ooh, good idea. I think I'll let you, both of you, go on if you want to. Oh, the timer already started. So we have now 40 minutes. Let me go and show you the timer. Gold. We all need gold in our lives. Lots of gold. So enjoy the next 40-minute sprint. And remember to take timeouts if you feel like 40 minutes is too long. Only Mark can continue eating for 40 minutes if he chooses so. Okay, have fun. Enjoy. Okie dokie. Sprint number 3 is over. How did everybody do? I'm tired. So I got up and did some stuff in the kitchen just to move a little. Yeah, Elizabeth shared that. Actually, she did some brainstorming. Writing didn't happen, but sometimes you need to brainstorm before you can write. Yes, brainstorming is very important. But also for Elizabeth, the chest pain is getting worse. Yeah, and Elizabeth is thinking of taking a sick day from work. Yes, I would definitely do that. Just, yeah, so that you have some time to heal. Cannot imagine with all those symptoms you have going to work. Yeah. Kay says I can type today, so forgive my grammar and spelling. Starting to droop a bit and might go back to bed after this. Yes. You also need rest. Definitely. It's the middle of the night for you guys. So, like I said, I'm tired now in the morning, struggling to even focus. I cannot imagine what it must be like being up in the middle of the night and then being sick like Elizabeth and still being able to brainstorm. Usually when I'm sick, my brain isn't functioning, it's clogged. Yeah. And James sent some hugs. Oh yeah, I liked reading your exchange, James and Elizabeth, a little brainstorming session, which is fun. Oh yeah, and we had this interesting topic started by James about hurting your characters, something I've been reminding myself to do with plot. When in doubt, ask yourself what is the worst thing that could happen to a character and then make it happen. Yeah, that's one advice I also give myself all the time whenever I get stuck with a story or with building a plot or something, with continuing with the story. I'm always asking myself, what is actually the worst thing that could happen to this character? And I think this question can reveal a lot about not just about the character, but also how they will react, because what's painful for one person isn't painful for the other. But if it's something really, really bad, it can be psychological, it doesn't have to be circumstantial, so just something that really inflicts pain. And then you, of course, why is that? Why is this so painful for this person? Why is this the worst thing? And so this helps a lot with developing everything and explaining why why someone reacts a certain way to something. And yeah, it's can be a big revelation. And it brings some logic into it all. It doesn't just happen and then somehow the character reacts. But when you have this connection to maybe the character's past, something that happened there, or it's just like I said, this question, what is the worst thing? There are reasons for that, why this is the worst thing that could happen to the character. So it really helps you bring the story together to ask this question. And James has a soft heart. In reality, I actually struggle with that one. I actually hate inflicting pain on my characters. Yeah, and Elizabeth also said, I sometimes struggle with inflicting pain on my characters. Sometimes it feels good to do it, since it is a good emotional release for me, or the character deserves it. But in other times, I'm pained when a character is hurting. Yes, we feel with our characters, definitely. And Kay also said, don't be afraid to kill your darlings, as they say. Elizabeth, I fell asleep at about 4:30 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, so yes, when you're sick, your body just takes it. And woke up at about 10:22 p.m., then was back asleep and woke up at about midnight. Yeah, that's also what's so bad about being sick, that usually for me, when I'm not able to sleep, when you're so sick that your sleep is just like going into sleep, coming back out, coughing or whatever, or you have a fever and then you can't really sleep. It's just tossing and turning in bed, and I hope you can get some rest, Elizabeth, to really get this over with, because at some point it will be gone, hopefully, the infection. Oh, it's late. I didn't expect it to be so late already. Did we talk so much? Yeah, I think in the beginning especially. Let me quickly set up a final sprint so that we can kind of wind down. This should be a shorter one. Ooh. Let's do the shower timer. It's kind of laughing at me. It's just 10 minutes. I hope that's okay for you guys. But yeah, it's a good way to end the stream, I hope. One Christmas I was sick and fell asleep at 9 p.m. and slept, 13.5 hours. That December 26th, I had realized I had the flu. I never had the flu. At least I think I never had. I'm not sure, but I think I heard that it's really, really bad when you get the flu. So, oh no. And for Christmas, I've had days where I was so sick that I would only be awake 8 or 9 hours, just enough to drag my and to going to work. Oh my God. I cannot imagine that. And I think in Germany it's really different than in the US. It's just not comprehensible for me to imagine being so sick that and then you still have to go to work. Germany would just say, no, I stay home for at least 3 days, just to get some rest. Hi, Ian. Good morning. So am I just in time for a final? Yes, final sprint, but just mini sprint. Good to see you. Oh my God. Being so sick and then at a night shift, cannot imagine. So sometimes a shower is very helpful with regaining energy. So let's get some maybe fresh energy. I don't know if this helps, taking a digital shower. I somehow had to, so please excuse my poor skill at rhyming. Did I miss a comment from Mark? Maybe. But there is no other comment from Mark. I'm just scrolling up. Let's just do the sprint. Enjoy the shower. Here we go. 10 final minutes. Okie dokie, my friends. That's the end of the stream. I just want to quickly read Mark's poem. A beach to be opened to the waiting public soon, as it would follow a troubled quartz past. A sail do I spot from beneath a not-so-far moon, as we look forward to her imagination vast. I really, like I said, it's almost immediately you have pictures in your head, and I'm always fascinated by just how you can use so few words and create a story and a movie in your head. Thank you, Mark, for giving it a try and even sharing it in the chat. I think that is very brave, that because I would never even share one sentence of my novel with you guys in the chat, because I would be so afraid. So yeah, thank you for that. And everyone, I wish you guys a great rest of the day. And Ian, I will look at your comments and see what I will answer. Think about it. And yeah, it was also good to have you here, Christian. And yeah, whenever you guys have time again, I will be back tomorrow. And I won't be streaming on Thursday, by the way, because I have to travel with my daughter someplace for her exchange year. And yeah, so another shorter streaming week. So if you have the time and feel good, Elizabeth, I hope you get better soon. I'm always happy to see you guys in the chat. So ciao, 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 my friends.